you need to learn something that's vital. And that is that the way to hit pay dirt with tapping your untapped potential is to learn to create disruptive shifts in your environment. And here's what I mean. If you try to go on some new campaign and your workspace tomorrow morning, when you wake up and you say, I'm gonna do this new thing and I'm gonna launch and I'm gonna go deep into my potential, if your workspace looks identical to what it looked like yesterday, you're creating a difficulty for yourself. You need to do something that announces to you at every minute of the day that where you were before was then and now is now, and you're doing something new. So if you have an environment that gives you all the same signals that you've been receiving every single day when you've started to go to work on something, then you're going to be pulled by all the associations to go in the same direction you've gone. However, if you create a major shift, like in your work environment, then just the fact that your work environment is different, it reminds you all day long while you're in that environment that you're doing something new. And the keys to the kingdom are that if you go up against habits that are existing and you try to put new habits to compete with them, old habits are always going to win the showdown with new ones because the new ones don't have that much strength. So it used to be that everybody would try to tap their potential by getting rid of those negative habits and overcoming them and breaking them. I've got a book, Your Own Worst Enemy, Breaking the Habits of Adult Underachievement. And the problem with my advice was that I kept talking about breaking those old habits. We can do it better now. The keys to the kingdom are to create absolutely new habits in your brain, new connect neurons in a new way. Because when you look at your brain, you're not limited in neurons. What you have, though, are a limited number of tracks that you've used so many times that the grooves in your behavior are deeply worn, and they all lead back to wherever you've been. They lead back to the same habits that you've been pursuing. So if you're going to go deep and do a deep dive into who you are and what's in there for you and where you can now tap that potential and go to somewhere new, then create a disruption in your environment or create disruptions in your routines. There are many ways to do that. You can change when you get up in the morning. You can change your morning rituals. You can change your evening rituals. Your work environment, though, is powerful as a set of signals that since you're in that work environment, they tell you either it's same old, or it's new, new, new. You need to use this kind of technique because it makes everything easier. These do unlock the doors when you've got something new that reminds you all the time of the new path. Use this. It is powerful. And there are many creative disruptions you can install in your life on a daily basis that will signal the new way. Do this, and you're on your way. Since you're a high achiever, you may know about this. High achievers often hit a wall. They're going along, they're having one success after another, and then suddenly something happens and they grind to a halt. And it's confusing because they're not sure what it is they've done wrong, if it's anything. They just know that they're not moving anymore the way they're used to moving, the way they have moved in the past. If you've run into like what seems like a ceiling over you, and you're kind of in a fog and you're mystified as to what's getting in your way, you can even kind of slide into a swirl of doubts and wonder if you've ever really achieved anything significant at all, and whether any of your amazing achievements that you've done were anything but kind of fronting or a little bit of a fraud. That is really negative and pernicious, and it doesn't have to be that way. I want you to go get a free report from me. Go to drkenchristian.com/breakthrough and receive from me this free report with action steps that are going to tell you exactly what to do now to get you going.